Yes. So glad you decided to tune in. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, that's right. You always wanted to know, why am I always seem like I'm always in every type of miscommunication when it comes to certain specified situations. Oh, I'm sorry, I never got a chance to introduce myself. My name is Raymond Reddington, and I hope you got a chance to check out the number 7 in either Jersey Mike's. I always get that. I always get those confused, whether it's Jersey Mike's or it's that Jimmy John's place. The frugality of everything is such a blur to me these days. But I've always had the taste of. I've recently heard about this new channel. This guy, he calls himself. Oh man, my mind is really messing me up here. I kind of hope you would really want to hit and like and subscribe to this channel, and he does some sessions type things. I think you would really thoroughly enjoy it. So without further ado, I really hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend, and you know what, I think it's time we roll the intro. So nice to see you. Don't ask me where I get that impression of doing Raymond Reddington from the Blacklist. I don't get a chance to watch it, but nobody else is going to play that character than James Spader. Can we all agree with that? Can we just anyway, and just like Kristen's friends, let's get right down to business. What am I here to talk about this time? I'm wearing hockey gear. Am I going to talk hockey? I'm still battling a little bit of the sniffles. I didn't do anything all weekend, but do you think I'm going to talk about more GenX and GenZ stuff? I could, but I'm not going to. I mean, it might just slip in a little bit every now and then. But in a matter of speaking, in a way of speaking, I've done a lot of hockey content and sports content, and recently I'm going to do so much more of these life things. Like I recently just had a class reunion, and the only drawback is I wish there was more people there, and I did a video on that. Didn't need an intro or anything like that, because there are going to be a lot of times I'm going to be doing a lot of spur moment things. It all is going to work out in the end, and I think that's what's going to happen when a lot of other people who decided not to come or couldn't come because they were ill, under the weather, and whatever. That's completely fine, because we're going to do this again. We're going to have a do-over, and we would appreciate it if you decided to come up. And I don't want to hear any of this. Why did Jimmy Jam show up? Because I was class of 93. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? They told me I could come. There's the 6, 7 people that was there told me to come. They told me to show up. So I did the 75, 80, 95 to 5, and lo and behold, I was back in my hometown with 7, 8, 9 others, and we had a ball. So I kind of hope we do this again. I really do. And on a side note, I kind of hope maybe Phillipsburg Osceola would, the people that I hung out with at least, I hope they reach out and maybe we'll do something down the road. In the long run, a lot of things have been crazy in the world, and I always say that like in the beginning of videos and all that stuff. There's like we've got messes going all over the place. Coaching changes, sports is hell. The political world is in a fritz. There's people that say they still want Trump back. You are insane. There's people that still think Biden is doing stuff correctly. You are insane. And I said this a long time ago. Can we have somebody that's like mild-mannered, not like 70, 80 years old running the country, please? Can we? I don't even care who they are. That's why I don't vote. If I vote, I want leadership. I've been so focused in the last handful of months with me and my 2 other b-boy friends who are helping me put this channel together to pretty much not necessarily help me out as far as mental health, because this doing this right here basically in a way has kind of not necessarily calmed me down, but has focused me on pretty much trying my best to throw knowledge at you and to the entire godforsaken YouTube and Spotify world of different things all over the place, whether it's sports related, whether it's Gen Z and GenX related, whether it's hockey content. I am here for you. I'm here to do the best that I possibly can. And for a shy kid such as myself, who, by the way, a lot of people know me in the area that I live, I can somewhat be a little bit shelled, because this day and age, as we get older, we're all over the place, and going to new places, trying to meet new people is a hell on earth to some people. Anxiety is through the roof. Trying to meet new people, it's not like it was back in the day. And in a way, this is story time for JJ. When I was younger, basically, I was in business school, went to business school, then was job searching. I was working in State College and where Penn State University is, and on and off, I would be finding different things to do, different things and different places to go by. And let's just put it this way. That was a life for me, only to the point that I was very, very vocal and very, very outgoing. Why was that? Because when you were a dancer or a breaker, like I was, I met a lot of different and a lot of great people in my life, and most of them were b-boys, were breakers, or hip-hop artists, or whatever. And for myself, I am extremely well, excuse myself while I fix the camera. I am extremely blessed to have known these people. I knew a hip-hop group back in the day of 6 people, and they stayed at Penn Towers at Penn State. The name of them was Pressure, and they won some awards. They won some talent contests. And it was a blessing for me to get to know them. Most of them were Philly-based, but it was a blessing for me to know those guys, and knowing that when I was done working, I would be packing my stuff, packing a bag, and basically going out and seeing these guys and some of the other breakers that were out and about. So basically, in a way of speaking, on and off my life with anxiety and all this certain stuff, we narrow this down a little bit, because I would pack my bags at work, and pretty much in a sense, I changed at work, or I changed at, if I was playing ball or I was playing street hockey, I would shower where I was and basically be on my way to the clubs. And I would be pretty much on my own. And I pretty much, for a sake of 15 some years, was on my own going out, but I wasn't having any anxiety issues because I knew people. Going out and knowing people, and knowing that whether they were there or even a handful or even a select people were there, then I was comfortable with myself. And that was most of my life in this entire region, whether it was Penn State or even in this small area that I reside in. I'm still friends with a lot of these people to this day. But at the same time, why don't we fast forward? And it's not necessarily a Gen X thing. This is a whole entire thing. But Gen Z and millennial people will make mental health and chronic depression, a lot of things, and anxiety, they make it such a huge deal. Like, as we get older, there are people who, obviously enough, have pretty much put themselves on a pedestal, saying, I am good where I'm at. I'm going to go do whatever I feel like, and I'm not going to worry about bullies. I'm not going to worry about exes. I'm not going to worry about work. I'm not going to worry about anything else that's going to drag me down. I'm comfortable with myself. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to just try my best to socialize and have fun. I have people in my life that basically, people knowing me at 48 years old, I had one particular, and I love him to death, but he told me, stay home. You can't be 30. You're not 38 anymore. You're not 28 anymore. He's not wrong. But when you have a specific point in your life where meeting people is tough. Going out to new places is tough. You know your mental has your mental vision. You're planning. You're analyzing what you want to do. It's not the same as we were. That's what aging and adulting and father time, they never lose. It always gets to you. So going to a bar, you can't go to a club anymore at 48. Because the Gen Z millennials own them now. And realizing, it's hard to find a hole-in-the-wall bar. It's hard to find a VFW that will accept you, and most importantly, the people that go there. You really want to be the really weird outcast sitting at a bar, drinking a beer, watching a game, and you hear a conversation and you want to put your 2 cents in. You really have to find the anxiety, and you fight the anxiety, and have the balls to pretty much throw your 2 cents in. You're not looking to make more new friends for life. Friends at your age at 48, in your 40s, in your 50s, you have them now, hold on to them. But at the same time, it's so much different being 40-ish than you are 20-ish, because when you're 20-ish and you have these friends, you want to hold on to those people for the rest of your life. It's so hard. It's hard. Making friends is hard. And anxiety gets to you because you're not trying to really make a friend. You're trying to make an acquaintance, so it's not going to be as awkward if you want to go back to the same place again. So going places as we get older is definitely hard. Doesn't matter where you're at. It might be easier in the city, but meeting new people all over the place. Doesn't matter where you're at. Doesn't matter who you might know, or who might let you in, or who might just let you pass in and not have to pay a cover fee. It really drains the mental mind. And as I've pretty much put myself out there, it's sometimes maybe some of the major reasons that I have stayed single in the last, 10, 15 plus years. I've had 2 very, very bad relationships, and those 2 people that still exist are now married, which I'm happy for them and I wish them well. But a lot of things mess with your mental psyche. Like, they won the relationship. Then it's your job to pick your ass up, excuse my language, and get yourself out there and start all over again. But at 40-ish, it becomes much more of a role-playing game on Nintendo. It will drag on forever and ever unless you continue to you either go and get yourself help, or you just swallow your pride, take your medicine, and just go. You don't like it, you can leave at any time. You're your own boss. And that's kind of something I needed to suck up, because it's not like I'm going to go and see all the favorite people that I've ever met. Most of those people are gone. There are many places in the world, married, kids, life. I've had my stuff and I've had my share. But I don't really have a favorite. It's not necessarily a number one thing in my life, but I miss my old days of clubbing and dancing and all that. But when I knew people, I was happy. Now at 48, it's so hard to get out. But there will be people that will well, I don't know really what else to tell you, because you're not going to be able to do anything unless you get your butt out of the house. They're not wrong either. But nobody wants to get stuck in to putting themselves out on stupid dating sites and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Some of that works. Some of those people won doing that stuff. Some people are still struggling with it. But I've had my time and had my happiness with my dancing and my breaking, and still doing some. My classmates still wanted me to do stuff, but it's pretty hard to do it in a very, very small bar, and it's not even happening because only 8 people showed up. I'm happy where I'm at, to the point where I know people, and when I go out once in a while, I just hide somewhere in a corner and just chill. but it's still trying to meet new people, and you still have a boundaries of what you want. Men are the weirdest people because we still know what we want. We're not going to settle. Women will be like, well, you had your chance. I'm here, but it's the biggest mind game in the entire world. Nobody's a winner. It's probably the last thing I even want to talk about, but it's kind of like a little bit of a thing that I wanted to share. I mean, old school clubbing days were the best. I would get to a place at, I don't know, mostly 11 o'clock, whether it was traveling back and forth on the big highways, and it wouldn't matter where I was. If I was going to one end of the one town to another end over the mountain, as long as I knew people, I was happy. Can't do that anymore. And I'm willing to basically just kind of open myself up, but it's very, very difficult when the way of the world is these days, and you've got Karens, and you've got people that are very high on themselves, and you got people that believe that nothing, that they're, don't stink. People are out for themselves half the time, and it's hard to meet people when sometimes their psyche is so much higher than anyone else's. I hate to say it, but it's very difficult. But I'm happy where I'm at, and doing this has kind of eased my mind a little bit, and eased my psyche, and eased my anxiety a little bit, because I'm putting this crap out on YouTube and Spotify to the entire world to see, and they can grill me all they want in comments. I could care less. That's what I signed up for. So I really don't have any favorites. I really don't. But we've already hid you enough. Or you can stay right there because I want to prop myself. And I really don't have any favorites like type of people. And all I know is on my Facebook, all I get is a bunch of stuff for Selma Hayek. God, is she amazing in her 50s? Good Lord. All I ever get is that, and Kate Winslet, and Kat Dennings from Two Broke Girls, the AT&T girl, Melina Vintrub, and Katy Perry's all over the place, and Aubrey Plaza just did a commercial for a freaking vodka company. I think it was with Cosmopolitan stuff. I don't know. I can stand here. I can sit here and just basically just BS about all certain stuff, but it is a little bit of story time, because this is a time where anxiety and depression and jumping around all over the place because nothing goes your way. I mean, people will look at you and say, well, it's not, well, that's a you problem. And it's, if something's up, then it's nothing wrong with asking for some help somewhere. And I know I probably should take my own advice, but doing this has helped me a little bit getting out, and it kind of gets me some more ideas to do stuff. I don't want a video to go this long because it's all I am is blabbing about certain stuff all the time. And this is a little bit of one of those life type of videos where, I've had my time and everybody else can relate. As we get older, things are a lot more difficult. Our bodies aren't going to heal the same. Our mind and our psyche is not the same. And trust me, our game is not the same. So, I'm happy I get to share a little bit of this with you. Want to hear more of this? Hit that like and subscribe button, because we like to do stuff like this most of the time, and just basically just blurt it out. Have you had issues like this before, where your psyche and your anxiety just throws you for a loop as you get older? There's a lot of people I know that don't have that problem anymore, but we know they're either married, engaged, kids, whatever. Some of them are my best friends in the world. Some of them are people that will literally tell me to my face, get over it, get your butt out and start meeting people. Well, I just happen to be doing this, and this helps me out in a way, shape, or form. But RIL, in real life, there's always challenges. And I will take those challenges whenever it comes around. This right here is a challenge on itself. And I've pretty much put myself out there. And I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm having fun doing this, and I want to continue to do this a little bit every so often. And I'd like to hear what you guys think. If you like the video, hit that like. You want to see more of this stuff, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll do more talks like this, and in the meantime, I'm going to shut the bar down. The bar is closed. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. In the meantime, I will see you bloody legends in the next one. Until then, This is Raymond Reddington pretty much saying thank you and by all means. It's very nice to meet you. I hope you have a remarkable day.